Hello friends, welcome to the video. Today I will educate you about the biography of our Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. Anyways, let's begin. As we all know, Jeff Bezos was the richest man in the world before Elon Musk took over recently. By the way, I have made a video on the biography of Elon Musk. I will link it down in the description box below. Jeffrey Preston Johnson was born in Albuquerque, Mexico on January 12th of 1964, the son of Jacqueline and Theodore Jorgensen. At the time of his birth, his mother was a 17-year-old high school student and his father was 19. After completing high school, despite challenging conditions, Jacqueline attended night school while bringing baby Jeff along. After his parents divorced, his mother married Cuban immigrant Miguel Mike Bezos in April of 1968. Shortly after the wedding, Mike adopted the 4-year-old Jorgensen, whose surname then was changed to Bezos. The family moved to Houston, Texas, where Mike worked as an engineer for Exxon after he received a degree from the University of Mexico. Bezos attended River Oaks Elementary School in Houston from 4th to 6th grade. Bezos displayed scientific interest in and technological proficiency, and once rigged an electronic alarm to keep his younger sister out of his room. The family moved to Miami, Florida, where Bezos attended Miami Palmetto High School. While Bezos was in high school, he worked at McDonald's as a short-term line cook during the breakfast shift. He attended the Student Science Training Program at the University of Florida. He was high school valedictorian, a National Merit Scholar, and a Silver Knight Award winner in 1982. In his graduation speech, Bezos told the audience he dreamed of the day when mankind would colonize space. A local newspaper quoted his intention to get all people off the earth and see it turn into a huge national park. In 1986, he graduated summa cum laude from Princeton University with a 4.2 GPA. GPA stands for Grading Point Average, and a Bachelor of Science in Engineering degree, BSc. In electronical engineering and computer science, he was also a member of Phi Beta Kappa, while at Princeton, Bezos was a member of the Quadrangle Club. In addition, he was elected to Tau Beta Pi and was the president of Princeton chapter of the Students of the Exploration and Development of Space, SEDS. After Bezos graduated college in 1986, he was offered jobs at Intel Bell Labs and Anderson Consulting, among others. He worked first at Fittel, a fintech telecommunications startup, where he was tasked with building a network of international trade. Bezos was promoted to head of department and director of customer service thereafter. He transitioned into the banking industry when he became a product manager at Bankers Trust. He worked there from 1988 to 1990. He then joined D.E. Shaw and Co., a newly founded hedge fund with a strong emphasis on mathematical modeling in 1990, and worked there until 1994. Bezos became D.E. Shaw's fourth senior vice president at the age of just 30. In late 1993, Bezos decided to establish an online bookstore. He left his job at D.E. Shaw's and founded Amazon in his garage on July 5th of 1994. After writing his business plan on a cross-country drive from New York City to Seattle, prior to settling on Seattle, Bezos had invested setting up his company at an Indian reservation near San Francisco in order to avoid paying taxes. Bezos initially named his new company Cadabra, but later changed the name to Amazon after the Amazon River in South America. In part because the name begins with the letter A, which is at the beginning of the alphabet. He accepted an estimated $300,000 from his parents and invested in Amazon. He warned many early investors that there was a 70% chance Amazon would fail or go bankrupt. Although Amazon was originally an online bookstore, Bezos had always planned to expand to other products as well. 3 years after Bezos founded Amazon, he took it public with an initial public offering, also known as an IPO. In response to critical reports from Fortune and Barron's, Bezos maintained that the growth of the internet would take over competition from larger books retailers such as Borders and Barnes and Noble. In 1998, Bezos diversified into online sale of music and video, and by the end of the year, he had expanded the company's product to include a variety of other consumer goods. Bezos used the $54 million raised during the company's 1997 equity offering to finance aggressive acquisition of smaller competitors. In 2000, Bezos borrowed $2 billion from banks as its cash balances data from whether channels were website or traffic. In late 2002, rapid spending from Amazon caused it financial distress when revenues stagnated. After the company nearly went bankrupt, he closed distribution centers and laid off 14% of Amazon workforce. In 2003, Amazon rebounded from financial instability and turned a profit of $400 million. In November 2007, Bezos launched the Amazon Kindle. As we all know, it's a book service. According to a 2008 Time profile, Bezos wished to create a device, secured a $600 million contract with the Central Agency CIA on behalf of Amazon Web Services. In October that year, Amazon was recognized as the largest online shopping retailer in the world. In May of 2016, Bezos sold slightly more than 1 million shares of his holdings in the company for $671 million. Excuse me. The largest sum he had ever raised from selling some of his Amazon stock. On August 4th of 2016, Bezos sold another million of his shares for $756.7 million. A year later, Bezos took on 130,000 new employees when he ramped up hiring at company distribution centers. By January 19 of 2018, his Amazon stock holdings had appreciated to slightly over $109 billion. Months later, he began to sell stock to raise cash for other enterprises, in particularly Blue Origin. On January 29th of 2018, he was featured in Amazon's Super Bowl commercial. On February 1st, 2018, Amazon reported its highest ever profit with quarterly earnings of $2 billion. Due to growth of Alibaba in China, Bezos had often expressed interest in expanding Amazon into India. On July of 27, 2017, Bezos momentarily became the world's wealthiest man over Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, when his estimated net worth increased to just over $90 billion. His wealth surpassed $100 billion for the first time on November 24, 2017, and he formally designated the wealthiest person in the world by Forbes on March 6, 2018 with a net worth of $112 billion. In March 2018, Bezos dispatched Amit Agarwal, Amazon's global senior vice president, to India with $5.5 billion to localize operations throughout the country's supply chain routes. Later in the month, US President Donald Trump accused Amazon and Jeff Bezos specifically of sales tax avoidance, misusing postal routes, and anti-competitive business practices. Amazon's share price fell by 9% in response to the president's negative comments. This reduced Bezos' personal wealth by $10.7 billion. Weeks later, Bezos recouped his losses when academic reports out of Stanford University, indicating that Trump could do little to regulate Amazon in any meaningful way. During July of 2018, a number of members of the US Congress called on Bezos to detail the applications of Amazon's face recognition software. Additionally, statements by the Trump administration in favor of overturning the antitrust law known as Paramount Decree have been predicted to help Amazon acquire landmark theaters chain. In February of 2021, Bezos announced that in the third quarter of 2021, he would step down from his role as CEO of Amazon to become executive chair of the Amazon board. He will be replaced as CEO by Andy Jassy. On February 2nd, 2021, Bezos sent an email to all Amazon employees, telling them that the transition would give him the time and energy he needs to focus on the Day One Fund and the Bezos Earth Fund, Blue Origin, the Washington Post, and his other passions. In September 2000, Bezos founded Blue Origin, a human spaceflight startup. Bezos has long expressed an interest in space travel and the development of human life in solar system. He was a valedictorian when he graduated from high school in 1982. His speech followed at Miami Herald interview in which he expressed to build and develop hotels, amusement parks, and colonies of human beings who were in orbit. 18-year-old Bezos stated he wanted to preserve Earth from overuse through resource depletion. Now let's talk about some of Jeff Bezos' recognitions. In 1999, Bezos received his first major award when Time named him Person of the Year. In 2008, he was selected by US News and World Report as one of America's best leaders. Bezos was awarded an honorary doctorate in science and technology from Carnegie Mellon University in 2008. In 2012, Bezos was named Business Person of the Year by Fortune. He has also figured in Fortune's list of 50 great leaders of the world for 3 straight years, topping the list in 2015. In March 2018, at the Explorers Club annual dinner, he was awarded the Buzz Aldrin Space Exploration Award in recognition of his work with Blue Origin, as we discussed. Now, let's discuss about Jeff Bezos' wealth. Bezos first became a millionaire in 1997 after raising $52 million through Amazon's initial public offering (IPO). He was first included on the Forbes World's Millionaires list in 1919 and a registered net worth of $10.1 billion. His net worth decreased to $6.1 billion a year later, a 40.5% drop. His wealth plummeted even more the following year, dropping 66.6 to $2.0 billion. He lost $500 million the following year, which brought his net worth even down to $1.5 billion. His following net worth from the next year increased 104% to $2.5 billion. From 2005 to 2007, he quadrupled his net worth to $8.7 billion. After a rumor broke out that Amazon was developing a smartphone, Bezos' net worth rose to $30.5 billion in the year of 2014. A year later, Bezos entered the top 10, where his net worth increased even to $50.3 billion. Bezos would continue sporadically surpass Gates throughout the month of October 2017 after Amazon's share price fluctuated. His net worth surpassed $100 billion for the first time on November 24, 2017. On March 6 of 2018, Bezos was officially designated the world's wealthiest person with a registered net worth of $112 billion. His wealth in 2017 to 18 terms equaled that of 2.7 million Americans. Bezos' net worth increased by 33.6 billion from January 2017 to January 2018, 1 year. This increase outstripped the economic development in GDP terms of more than 96 countries around the world. In 2019, Jeff Bezos' wealth was reduced by his divorce from his wife, Mackenzie Bezos. According to the Forbes, had the Washington state common law applied to the divorce without a prenuptial agreement, Bezos' wealth could have been equitably divided with his ex-wife. However, she eventually received 25% of Bezos' Amazon shares, valued at approximately 36 billion, making her the third richest woman in the world. Bezos retained his interest in the Washington Post and Blue Origin as well as voting control of the shares received by his ex-wife. So that's it for today's video, friends. Hope you learned about the great Jeff Bezos, who have done many things for Amazon. That's the end of this video. Hope you have enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you next time. Bye, friends.